Hi, my name is Rafael Aguirre.
My name is Crysta Castillo, and we're going to talk about the video and article that we just watched and read. After reading the article and watching the video, we realized that there are different ways of actually learning stuff. And I think we both believe that every single person has their own way of learning. And for some of us, it's actually easier to learn when we practice. For others, it's more like visual. And what do you
Yeah, also the in practice, when you practice a lot English exercises, you get more knowledge because you are actually like doing like work and not only theory. So that can also help, and that has been like in this university also,
Yeah.
like you work and learn.
we learn by doing.
Yeah.
But we also believe that, for example, in maths, we should like practice forever and always would be
Yeah,
better
math is
than
math is
visual
more
because it's
practice.
maths. You actually have to practice.
Yeah, you have like
Yeah.
to make it like a theory where like subjects that you don't need to practice but only understand, and also like math you have only
Yeah.
it's more practice than
Practice.
theory.
Well, when it comes to like Spanish or like,
Yes.
yeah, we have to practice, but it's more theory than
Yeah.
other things. Yeah. The biggest problems we have when we study is that we actually, for example, in maths, I think some of us have problems with that because we don't really practice, and we only go and try to focus on studying and learning the theory, but we don't really try to like practice exercises because actually it might seem a little silly, but if you come back from like classes and you practice what you learned today, it's better because if you try to practice and study just the day before the exam, you probably get a really bad grade, I think.
Yeah, like now society, teenagers have the bad habit of studying like one day before an exam or an assignment, so they can not acknowledge, like you cannot study and
No.
learn and understand the topic just by reading like for 1 hour before an exam.
Yeah.
You have like, if you want like not acknowledge that, you have to study like, you have to
Days
read
before, every day. Yeah.
practice every day. I don't know, make big groups of study
Yeah.
between students so they can learn. Like for us tutors in English, we help our students to every day like get better and better in English. And if they don't understand something, they just ask us. Yeah.
Another thing actually is we don't really like divide our time correctly, so we only like we get really easily distracted by things like our cell phones and stuff. And one thing we should like for real do, it's like divide our time. Like, okay, right now I'm gonna watch TV, later I'm gonna watch a video, whatever. But then we have to have another problem that we have when it comes to studying is that we actually try to learn things like the same way they're like reading in the book or something like that. But we need to learn to read and see what you got from what you understood from what you read, because if you study the things that are how they're exactly written, you might actually get confused. You forget one word and then you just forget the whole thing.
Yeah, you need to understand the topic, not just read it. And try to understand it like step by step how it says. Like nowadays, like that's
One of our biggest problems.
yeah, biggest problems, that people just read and that's it. Like they don't try. If they don't understand something, they just like said, okay, I'm gonna learn it this way. And, okay, but they don't understand what does that mean. Like for example, in biology, if they don't
Yeah.
understand like a topic, they just say like, okay, this is it. I don't care if I don't understand, but this is gonna be in the exam. So
Yeah. And
that's it.
sometimes we try to learn stuff and we actually learn the concepts and stuff, but we don't really understand what it says. So there's no point if you learn stuff, but you don't really know what you're reading and what you know. So you need to try to like, okay, so I'm gonna read this. Okay, I know it, but I don't really understand what it says. Then continue learning until you
And I
actually
don't really
understand
care
it.
about it. Like
Yeah.
it's like, okay, I passed the exam. That's it. I forgot about it.
Yeah, and that's the good thing about here. We actually get 2 exact hours every single day to actually study, but it's really in our hands if we're gonna like use it correctly or not. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I think one of the greatest things about this university is actually it gives you the opportunity actually having a tutor or someone that helps you in whether it's maths or English. And we should, if you go there and you feel like obligated and forced to be there, you should not. You should actually take the time and okay, I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna try to understand because it really does
Take the
work.
opportunity.
And even if you're not like in the list, and if you feel like you want to understand it or you want to practice, you should definitely go. I go.
The thing is like the students here like the classes like the support classes are like on weekends like Saturday and Sunday, so they say that no, it's my it's my day off, so I'm not gonna do anything. So that's why they fail also, because they don't like take a couple hours of their free time to
Practice.
actually practice and
Study.
yeah, and also get all their jobs like
Done.
sold, yeah, done, like, and some of them just go to the support classes just to
Like talk
talk
to their friends
and just wait until the class is over so they can leave. Like, they are with their cell phones or not paying attention or talking, so they don't like. At the end of the day, they will not understand anything. Like,
And actually, another thing is that we're like, oh yeah, I want to hang with my friends, I want to do this and that, and you forget about studying. But really, what you should do is like, okay, I'm gonna take this time, I'm gonna study first, and then I go with my friends. Because what's gonna happen? You're gonna get bad grade, and you're gonna have to spend your whole vacation here, and you're gonna